quick one, as dinner's almost ready. But anyways, we had picked up our glass, so now tomorrow we're gonna jump on finishing up this glass in the shower, and pretty much the bathroom's almost 100% done up there. We just got to do a little bit of lighting, and we got to do the vanity and a bench and a little bit of painting on the windows, and pretty much it's done. Make the door frame. Anyways, we're gonna jump on that tomorrow, but we ended up almost getting this done 100%. The plumbing. We just had to do a SuperStor tank, 80 gallons. And hook in there. We just got a couple of brass fittings. And our guys use cast here, but we don't need any more sediment in the boiler. We got enough coming out of them rentals. But anyways, that's just a rough setup so we can tie in here, because we're tying in priority zone right through this 1-inch piping. This is 1 inch. Navion out of this manifold comes out 1.25 inches if you needed it, but we came out 1.25 inches and made a bunch of fittings and turns where we had to be, and then we reduced down to our inch. And just trying to keep the plumbing out of the way, because we gotta get in here and work on these circulators, and we gotta get in there and use these purge valves. And we got to get in there and clean out this dirt mag every now and then. So, we try to make a little bit of space, and we're trying to utilize our unistrut and our hangers as much as we could, because we already had it on the wall, our unistrut, and we're hanging off that. And just trying to keep things spaced out so we can work on it if we have to. There's our water supply. That's just regular 1/2 inch, and then that punches up through the ceiling like everything else, so it's everything down here coppers up through, and then we can PEX up there if we want to, if we have to. But everything is pretty much hooked in. That's our gas, and that just comes down the wall and tees out. There's a shut off there, and then comes around. It's just hung off the wall with these threaded rod plates, and then back to the caddy hanger. Shut off union for service. If we got to do work on the boiler, we can break it there. And that's pretty much it. There's our piping, and there's our SuperStor. That's our circulator. That's the supply, and this comes. There's a purge valve there. 1 inch, and then it ties in here. This is just loose for now. And then the return here, water comes back, comes from this point over above that. That's where the cold water domestic goes down there, and then up and ties in behind. You gotta run pipes by each other. You offset them from each other so they can make it by each other. So this one goes by that one underneath, and then that one comes over. And I don't know, that's what that looks like. And yeah, if anyone's interested, it's the water comes down, feeds the boiler, comes off the street, maybe 60 pounds. I don't know, 65. I don't know what we're at out here. And then from there, it comes down and feeds this thing called the backflow preventer. That's to stop the water in the system, the boiler system, from contaminating the regular water in the house. Say you're drinking water, or even other people in the town. That's code. Then it comes right into this Calafi. This is a pressure reducing valve, and it has a gauge. And right now, I think it's set to about 20 pounds of pressure in the system, but you can turn that up and down. Sometimes it's on 15, but as the system needs water, if there's air, and say this air scoop is eliminating air in the system, it needs more water to fill, and that's what this valve's job is to do, is to keep the pressure, water pressure filled. at a specific setting that you had set it at, and then there's your expansion tank. And what that does is, as the water heats up, it tries to expand in the pipes, and then rather than pushing on your pipes, it pushes on a, it's like a bladder, like a hot water bottle in there, pushes on it, and it allows the expansion of the water to push on that rather than trying to pressurize your pipes. And that's it pretty much. That's just hanging off the ground that much. That's what we had to deal with, because actually the vents set the height of the boiler where we had to vent out. And then, I mean, there's a lot of room under this boiler, so rather than just not utilize that space, we wanted to utilize that space. And, you know, we can get right in there. Anything we can get in there and work on, even though it's underneath, but it's fine. And then we had to provide a little space here. That's why our relay goes to wire in our circulators. Priority circulator, and that's six zone relay. But that's it, guys. Just sharing how we made out. Tomorrow we're gonna go jump on our glass, and then from that we'll come back and tie in this SuperStor complete. We'll do the supply and return for the heating element, because there's a heating element in there. That's what heats the water. And then we'll tie in the domestic, which ties in there. The cold goes in there, and the hot comes out here. And then they join to a mixing valve that we can mix the water temperature so it's safe. Because this water is probably going to be on this is an Aquastat, probably 140. No less, and then that will mix it down to what code requires as far as no scalding coming out of there. And we'll have an expansion tank on that pipe, those pipes too, small one. But we'll share as we get there. But anyways, that's what it looks like right now, if anyone was following along. Alright guys, that's it. Just a quick one. It's dinner time. So as we make more progress, we'll send up some more videos. Meantime, take it easy guys. Till the next one.